Good morning, I'm meteorologist Leonard Josiah with the National Meteorological Services right here in Antigua and Barbuda. Together, let's take a look at your tropical weather update for today, Tuesday, the 12th day of September, 2023. What do you know? We are 2 days over the peak, but we're still within the area of the peak domain. And already, I'm going to give you a pictorial as to the hurricane season. And we're looking at where these particular systems are right now. Hurricane Lee, located just to the north of the island chain. We continue to look at Hurricane Margot, not necessarily a factor for us here in the Twin Island state. Maybe it will be a factor for the Azores. They will pay closer attention to that. But for us, Hurricane Lee continues to move towards the north, might impact Barbuda or Bermuda. Here is a pictorial of where we are, Hispaniola right here, Puerto Rico, and the United States Virgin Islands. We're looking at Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago. All these island chain right here are where we are, the Caribbean Sea. This particular monster is Hurricane Lee for today. It continues to move on towards the north or west-northwest, moving more towards the north by now, but we're likely to see 115-mile-an-hour hurricane strengthen just a bit, might become a factor for the island of Bermuda. But for us here in Antigua and Barbuda, if you're on the outside, you're seeing some very thin cirrus, thin upper level or high level clouds. Those clouds are being blown over us. You're seeing all these thin fannings that's going on right here, right inside this area here. All those fannings are the upper level clouds. But in terms of the rain bands and rain clouds, nothing much for us to talk about. But let's take you across the Atlantic, the broader perspective. This is Hurricane Margot out here, not forecast to impact us in the Eastern Caribbean, will remain well offshore. Hurricane Lee continues to move on towards the west and northwest, might even take a little turn towards the north and impact Bermuda. Very likely that Bermuda might be under tropical storm watch. Who knows? We'll see by the end of the day. But for us in the Eastern Caribbean, we continue to focus on this particular area right here. It is an area of disturbed weather. The National Hurricane Center suggests that in the next 2 days, only a 20% chance of it forming. But the next couple of days, it will do something rather unique. It will merge with another area of low pressure just coming off the coast of Africa. These two areas will consolidate and form into an area marked by the X. This is the area that we are going to be monitoring in the next couple of days. The National Hurricane Center suggests that it will have a high chance of developing. Where will it go? But we are very thankful for these two hurricanes, Hurricane Lee and Hurricane Margot. It has weakened the high pressure area. And because the high pressure is weak in this particular area, the next couple of days, it will move off in a very wonderful position. It's not going to impact us here in Antigua and Barbuda. Well, at least the forecast is not for it to impact the rest of the Leeward Islands. A 70% or high chance that it will form in the next couple of days. We are going to be monitoring that very, very closely. Here is the forecast track that is likely to take really a west-northwesterly heading right out into the open Atlantic, will remain over that area. But again, nothing has formed. And because nothing has formed yet, it means that by the time that it forms, the hurricane models will be latching on to its center. So it's very early to suggest that we are out of the neck of the woods, but we need to monitor it very closely, because if it takes a track further towards the we can look at a track here that can possibly bring some impacts to us here in Antigua and Barbuda, the rest of the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands. But the next couple of days, you can bask on a ridge over the area, meaning that high pressure will stabilize the weather conditions in our Twin Island state. Look out for a southerly wind flow. And with that southerly wind flow, you will feel a little bit more warmer than you usually feel. Yeah, definitely with that warmth coming up. And with the warmth, but under generally partly cloudy skies, the rain will not necessarily come too much, only just about a 20% or 30%. If I get a 40%, that might be as much as I'll give you in a passing shower. But the ridge will certainly dominate weather conditions over Twin Island state. Here's your 4-day outlook for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Friday, generally partly cloudy skies. You're looking at a 20% or just a slight chance of a shower on Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. Better chance of showers come on Friday with a 40%. Take a look at your southwesterly winds at 13 miles an hour. They will remain out of that direction on Wednesday, even on Thursday, before coming slightly southeasterly on Friday. Take a look at your overnight lows and your daytime highs. For us here in Antigua and Barbuda, Montserrat, St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla, definitely warm days ahead, even down to the British Virgin Islands, and those days before you get a slight cool off during the course of the weekend. If you like this video, just give us a thumbs up, or you can follow us on our YouTube at Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Service, your only trusted source for weather information coming out of the Met Office, and we'll be giving you those updates as they come to hand. Remember, subscribe if you like this channel. Leonard Josiah saying, have a wonderful and restful day.